Kwame Teye, Chief Executive Officer for Dorproduction, has organized creative art workshop for the youth of Krobo land. According to Eric Kwame in an interview with Nation One TV, he calls for the support of the people of Krobos to empower the youth in the community by creating an enabling environment for them in creative arts in order to reduce the rate of unemployment in Krobo community. Kwame Teye encouraged the youth in Krobo land to prioritize skill development, most especially in creative art industry. Furthermore, it appealed to the National Film Authority and Ministry of Tourism to invest in the future of Krobo youth. He said,
"The motive of this event is to bring the creative arts industry in Krobo land, all the industry players in Krobo land to come together for us to have a clear idea about the creative art industry, for us to learn what we can benefit from the creative art, to let our parents know that being in the creative art is not something bad, but there's a whole lot we can do in the creative art. That they should invest in the creative art. I'm appealing to the chiefs, the companies, individuals in the town to invest in the creative art in the Krobo land. That is the motive of this program. Secondly, too, I'm appealing to the elders in this town, especially our kings and our MPs, MCEs, to focus on the creative art, because the creative art can generate a lot of employment in the Krobo land. So I'm appealing to them to focus on the creative art, so everything should come on board. Secondly, I'm calling on my colleagues in the industry, the directors, the actors, everybody in the industry to come together for us to learn something and be on the playground with those international, for us to produce good films, for us to produce good music, good art into the world. Secondly, so I'm appealing to everybody that they should accept the Krobo language. The Krobo language is not nothing bad. We should accept the Krobo language whenever we make the music or film in the Krobo language. Language has nothing to do with film or music. If you are talking about good film or good music, there's nothing to do about language. So I'm encouraging them to accept their language, produce good film in their language. That's what I'm appealing. And I'm also focusing more on job creation. There's no job in this community. So I'm challenging them, if they are able to invest in the creative art, there's a lot of income that we can get from the creative art. That's the reason why I was able to organize this program and bring in people like Sukrisafo, who highlights much on we using the technology in our art industry, we using animation to tell our story. I was able to bring Dr. Ambassador Prince Kojo Hilton, who is able to talk about the art directing, the stage directing, everything in the film industry. They was able, and Dr. Ban was able to talk about our head, how to control ourselves as a celebrity or creative art people, how to control our head. They were able to talk about that. So I'm happy that this program was able to come on, and I am challenging them that from today, they should expect some good music and some good films from the Krobo land. Okay. I'm appealing to parents in the Krobo land that they should focus on the creative art. They shouldn't stop their children when they have interest in singing or acting. They should encourage their children. There's a lot in it. Doing music or doing film is nothing bad. There's a lot in it that they can invest. If they can invest in their children, that at the end of the day, they can recoup whatever they invest in their children.
Just had a seminar for the creative art industry, and as a medical doctor, I've been privileged to share a few thoughts with them. And I was telling them that as an actor, as a musician, there are a few misconceptions out there. People think that for you to be able to perform well on stage, you have to be high, whatever they call high. And so a lot of youth are deceived into going into drugs, because they think that when you smoke weed, then you can be high and jump on stage. But those are misconceptions and fallacies. Yes, when you take it, you may be high, but after a few months, after some years, it will affect your health negatively. You can get a lot of confusion in your mind, so you have a very safe and a comfortable thought pattern to do your work. You can even go mad. If you don't go mad, it can cause a lot of problems for you. Some people have sleeping problems. Some become very addicted, and we all know that when you are addicted, it causes a lot of problems. You can then be involved in a lot of social vices, and that causes a lot of problems. Apart from that, drugs can also affect the health of your heart. It can affect your liver, it can affect your kidneys. So I want to advise all young and upcoming artists, you don't need to be high on drugs to perform well on stage. You need to keep yourself healthy, have enough good rest before your events, eat well, take a lot of fruits, avoid alcohol and smoking, and you have all the energy you need to do what you do. If you don't do that, it will get to a time when the drugs will not be able to carry you again, and your health will deteriorate. At the time when the money is coming, you won't have enough health or strength to enjoy your money. So advise that avoid smoking, avoid alcohol. You can still make it as an artist. Thank you very much.
Ambassador Prince Kojo Hilton, a visual artist, a filmmaker and a theater practitioner, and it was such an honor to be here today in Odumase, the Creative Arts Seminar, where I had the opportunity to meet most of the creative guys in the industry and also in the community, musicians, visual artists, dancers, comedians, and it was awesome. I shared with them some tips that they need to carry with them in the industry. One, I talked about focus, I talked about perseverance, I talked about constant practice, and also how to transform your talent into a skill. And I think that is where a lot of us in the industry don't really pay attention to. I'm an artist, I paint. When I sell my work, someone buys my painting. He's not buying my talent, he's buying my skill. And so we should be able, if we detect or we get to know that, oh, this is my area, this is my field, you should be able to learn, expand that talent you have, transform that talent into a skill, because that is what people will actually get from you. Okay. And I also talked about how to get recognized in your industry, tips like getting yourself prepared, as in having a mentor, going through formal or non-formal education. I talked about networking. I talked about how to use social media platforms to promote your craft and all that. And yes, and some few points that I talked about, and I believe it went down well with everybody. I am excited because after my talk, everybody was excited, and they want me back again. So I'm ever ready anytime they call me back to Krobo. And this is my land. This is where I was born. I mean, I come from Krobo.
But for me as a queen mother, I think it's a good thing that I'm young. Let's just say I'm young and naive. I don't really know what I'm doing. But it gets to a time I'm getting used to everything. With the kind of respect I'm getting from my people and me respecting them, I think I'm getting better with it. So my fellow guests, I urge them to be respectful, learn, as we are saying. They should learn. It's not to be exposing yourself will make you popular, or when you respect, you get something back. So I urge them to hold on and respect.
It's a great initiative, and it should be consistent, because at least I've come to learn so much that I would have gone to pay somewhere to hear or to learn. So I think the organizers should not relent on the fact that many people didn't attend. And I think every good thing starts with a very small beginning, and then it grows as it moves forward. So I would just encourage each and everyone here, those who couldn't make it should make it a point to come at the next time, and then those who are also organizing a program, they should force and then continue regardless of the fact that there's no sponsorship. As for me, I've taken my part, and then I'm going to impart whatever I've learned from Mr. Edike and then Mr. Kojo Hilton for their advice on how to penetrate into the creative arts industry. And I think with time we are going to be bigger stars in the future. I've been in this game for over 2 decades now. That's more than 20 years now, and you know where we are coming from, like this side of the country, it's very difficult to get a sponsor because they don't actually believe in creative arts. They are not getting to see the light. So I would urge all our big men in the town to sponsor us. You see, in art needs money, and the bigger the dream, the bigger the push it needs to go far. So they should come on board and help this young man, that's some door productions, to organize more seminars and also to push our craft so that we can also get to the top.
Yeah, I am an actress. Coming to this seminar has really done a very great thing to me because I got here and learned so many things as far as acting is involved. You know, sometimes when it comes to acting, there are so many things we are lacking, okay? When it comes to this time, they don't really know much about entertainment. So you come up with a story, a script, you act, and for help to come becomes a problem. So when I got here, I realized as an individual, you can even do something on your own. You can do something on your own for your movies to come out without help from anybody, with the help of social media, like you coming up with short stories, trying to put them on the internet. Now we are living in a digitalization world that anything you do that goes on the internet helps you a lot. So far I have learned about this, and I've also known that as an actor or an actress, your health should matter to you a lot because health is wealth. As actress, sometimes you go like you want to look like this to be presentable on the screen, but sometimes when you maintain yourself and you brand yourself well, you can still be used for something that will be profitable to the world. So far that's what for that aspect, it is rather doing more harm than good, because something came up like lipo and stuff like that, BBL and all that. You go in for that too. Maybe in terms you want shape or something. Ask yourself in some years or months to come, what are you going to turn into? If we listen or watch people on social media, some of them have gone through those things and they are suffering so many things now when it comes to health. Some are even dying, some are going through a lot that they are even coming on social media to come and beg for help, which is it's going a long way to even educate us that this thing is not going to lead us into something good. You understand? So to me, I think you rather base yourself on branding yourself. Okay, you brand yourself, and I think that will go a long way to help you than trying to fix artificial stuffs, changing your body looks and all that. It wouldn't help. Heal you. Today you might feel that you've taken in drugs in order to stand on stage and do something you feel you've never done before, maybe dance or do something. But are you thinking about the future? Whatever you do today, you think about the future, you think about tomorrow. What I'm doing today, is it going to have bad, negative effect on me or positive something on me? If it's going to have negative or affect you negatively, why do you start it? Drugs and so on and stuff. We've learned that it's not good for our health, and your health is worth to you. So I don't think it's advisable to put yourself into drugs before you become famous. And to me, I would say, normally for me, to young ladies or young guys coming up, those that are interested in the art industry, I would advise them that they should persevere. They should be consistent in whatever they do. Sometimes as a young girl or guy coming up, when you start something and it's not moving, you feel like you are wasting your time. That is why you begin to dive into so many things, or you decide to stop. I will urge them to persevere, to strive hard, and know that no pain, no gain. You have to go through hell to get whatever you want to do.
Thank you for watching Nation One TV. Kindly subscribe for more news updates.